Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite Zionist white colonizer, your Zionizer, as you can see by the hat, coming to you live from the United States of America. We're continuing to dig deep into this messed up situation in Gaza, where we're stuck in this loop where half the world thinks that the Gazan population wants freedom from Hamas and the other doesn't believe their bullshit. I'm kind of in the latter camp. I don't really believe the bullshit that I'm seeing. But if you do want to support the channel and not support bullshit, get yourself white colonizer merch in the description below, and let's take a look at the clip. So it seems we have more protests here.
جماهير حاشدة من بيت لاهي تخرج الآن ضد حكم حماس. ما يجري في قطاع غزة كارثة. يطالبون هنا الناس والمواطنين الإفراج عن الأسرى لبقائهم الحياة. هنا حماس تطالب الشعب أن يبقى صامدا. كيف يبقى صامدا وهو يموت وينزف؟ لازم على حماس عليها التوقف ما يجري في قطاع غزة. هذه الألوف خرجت من أجل أن توصل رسالتها للعالم كله. رافضين حكم حماس ورافضين ما يجري.
احنا شعب بيت لاهيا، شعب السلام، بيت لاهيا شعب السلام، ونحن نطالب بالسلام الآمن لهذه البلدة، ولا للحكم بالحديد والنار في هذه البلدة. نحن نقرر وسنقرر من يحكم هذه البلدة. نقول جميعا نعم للسلام، نعم للسلام، نعم للسلام، نعم للسلام، لا للحكم، لا للحكم المستبد والذي يهدد مصير هذا الشعب كامله.
بيكفي دمار، بيكفي دمار، بيكفي حرب، بدنا نعيش.
الناس مش عايزين حكم حماس. حكم حماس انتهى. هذا الحكم خرب بيتنا، دمرنا، قتلنا، شرد كل الناس، وبالتالي كل بيت لاهيا مخاتيرها بشبابها صفا واحدا من اجل انهاء حكم حماس في بيت لاهيا.
Sorry. Day 2 of this, I still don't trust them. Sorry. I don't trust them. I do not trust them. I don't. I said it unapologetically yesterday. I don't trust these people. And you know what rubs me wrong about this clip specifically? He refuses I don't know if this is a mayor or just some guy. He's saying the people of Beit Lahia. He doesn't say Hamas. He says stop with the tyrannical rule. He says stop with the war, but he doesn't say stop Hamas. I do not trust the Gazans. And I'll tell you why I don't trust the Gazans. I don't trust them not because of the Gazans. I don't trust them mostly because of the international community who has funded the education of Arab supremacism, Islamism, jihadism via the UN and UNRWA. That's why I don't trust them, because there was an actual structure to brainwashing these people funded by the West and the international community under the hands of the UN. That's why. So then you have people like Francesca Albanese, the Italian rapporteur for the Palestinian genocide or some bullshit, who propagates this idea of Palestinian resistance openly in the UN, being the same people who advocated for these people learning how to kill my people. Not as a defense force, but as an offense force to rid us of the land. You know what? I don't trust them. And I'll say it unapologetically. I don't trust them. It doesn't mean I don't wish them well. It doesn't mean I don't want them to survive. It doesn't mean anything other than I do not trust. My trust with them is gone. And you know what? Let's be honest. When we look back just a couple weeks ago and we see how thousands of them crowded around these dead hostages and coffins and these starving hostages and pushed them around, Gaza's not such a big place. And this is what I said in yesterday's video. The same thousands of people that are now standing up against Hamas, they were 100% involved in those hostage release parties that were on the streets. They were 100% involved with handing up baklawa and knafe as hostages were being rolled out looking like Holocaust victims. That's my problem. I don't trust. The trust is gone. It's not there anymore. You can't bring it back. And I'll add one other thing further. If you think for one moment, okay, that what you're seeing right now is an actual desire for peace, no. It is because Hamas is losing. It's because Hamas is weak. It's because Hamas can't provide any offensive war anymore for these people. And because Israel and now the Palestinian people, and this is the trick about the Palestinian people, okay? Up until now, when Joe Biden was president and we were fighting, Okay? They didn't have to deal with the actual wrath of Israel. They saw a very restrained Israel that was fighting with one hand behind its back. Yeah, I know, as horrible as the damages and all this propaganda has been told you, genocide and this and that, not an inch. Palestinian people haven't seen real brutality yet from the Israeli side. They've seen Israeli soldiers coming into Gaza and giving them water bottles, facilitating their food, electricity. They've been giving them leaflets. Now you have an unrestrained Israel with Donald Trump at the helm, helping us fight this war properly, and the Palestinian people are scared shitless, as I would be, because we keep fucking up. We keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And so now I think the Palestinian people realize Hamas hasn't done shit for them. They don't realize now that they just see they're on the losing side, so they're looking for a way out. And that's all I see from this. I don't see a desire for peace. I don't see a desire for coexistence. I see a desire for a way out. What I can hope for is that maybe we can teach a lesson with this, with the actual facilitating of thousands of Gazans leaving the Gaza Strip in hopes in pursuit of a better life. Do I believe in my heart that they will pursue a better life in Egypt and Jordan? No. They're going to feed right back into terrorism. These people have a track record of doing the same shit over and over again. And then the international community emboldening them to keep doing it. I don't believe that they're going to be looking for a better life. I think they're going to do the same exact bullshit wherever they go. At least we might get close to having control over the Gaza Strip so we can stop something like this from happening again. And maybe, just maybe, if there's some sort of system to filter out the Arabs that are actually looking for some level of coexistence in the Gaza Strip, or maybe somehow brainwashing them into not believing and killing every single Jew, every Yehudi that exists in the land, we might be able to get to a semblance of a level of peace. Maybe. But my optimism with Gaza does not exist. My optimism with Judea and Samaria does. I've been there. You know, I've talked to a lot of people there. I've worked with people there. I very, very much believe in the prospects of Judea and Samaria and peace in Judea and Samaria. With Gaza, it's very hard for me to find any sort of semblance of optimism, any sort of sense of... I just... How can you trust these people? How can you trust these people after what they have done, after everything they've shown us, after all the violence that they wanted to give us? How can you possibly trust in these people to not just go out and murder you again? How can you trust these people to actually long-term be a partner for peace? You can't. There's no way to. The framework for trust and for peace isn't there anymore. And I think nothing short of Israeli control over the land, okay, military control in hopes of finding a better solution in the future will give me that confidence. That's the reality of how I feel. So that's my two takes on it today. We'll see how much of this bullshit keeps coming out or if they just go back to their old ways, which I assume they will in a couple days. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, class. If in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.